Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel, however, if you're new here, basically. I haven't posted on this since last November, and I know that that is really bad, but in my defense, after I started this YouTube channel was when I just moved to Paris, and basically I think just after I posted the last video, it was like the day before quarantine happened, or like confinement happened in France. My roommates left, then I had to move apartment, then I had to move another place, then I was in a hotel for a bit. It was very messy, and then life kind of settled a bit, but I didn't have a proper camera. I'd been like filming everything on my phone. Went to, don't know why that's open, went to Milan with my best friend, filmed a lot of it. Never posted it, might still post it, don't know yet. It's basically just like a vlog of our trip to Milan, and again, that was a year ago, that was last August. Then just throughout the year, I've always wanted to film. Just something always happens, I never get around to it, or I just feel like, oh no, there's no point, whatever. Then I was always like, oh, because I don't have a proper camera, whatever. But now I have a proper camera. I invested in a proper, like, good quality camera. So now I have no excuse. Is basically the summary of the last year. So I was like for so long trying to think of videos that I could do as like my kind of video back after a year, and like what kind of things people want to see, because I know a lot of the people who follow me on my different platforms, or I know on Twitter especially, people are mainly interested in my life as a fashion student in Paris rather than just like my general, well, that is my general daily life, but they're more interested in like that point of view of it. So my dog's over there. Also, my voice is like gone, so please excuse that, but I felt like I just couldn't keep putting this off. And also I'm home for another 2 weeks. I've been home for about a week or two now, so I actually have time to film and good lighting, so that's what we're doing. So anyway, I got a good camera, so now I don't really have an excuse not to film, and I feel like I've been doing a lot of stuff in the last year that I should have filmed but I didn't, and yeah, that's basically like a summary of everything. But so I was thinking of like what videos to do, and I thought the first video back should just be me like talking about general life, talking about Paris, talking about what's happening in my life, what has happened in the last year, kind of just like a roundup summary of everything to get everyone up to date on why I'll be doing certain things when fashion weeks come, or why I'll be doing certain things other times. So I just figured like that was like excuse me, that's just like a good overview. Have to have iced coffee now that I have a freezer again. So I suppose like one of the biggest kind of moves and why I'm home for so long right now, like I'm back in Ireland for a few weeks, and the reason I'm back for so long, this is the longest I've been back since I moved, and the reason for that is I'm moving apartment again. Again, this will be my 7th place in Paris in the last 2 years, which I'm super grateful for. I was gonna stay in the place to stay last year, but stuff happened and now I'm moving out. I found an amazing apartment in a very cute place, but as the world is, the timing didn't line up. So I left Paris the 22nd of July in the morning. My flight was at 10, and I was meant to move into my new place the 25th. I technically had the place I was living till the 25th, but I was leaving early because my friend came over to Ireland with me, and she could only do like a week from the 27th to 22nd, so it was like this time block that I had to be back in Ireland. Obviously very grateful and super glad she came, had the best time, but it was just annoying with the timing, because then my landlord, I was like, oh, can I move in a bit earlier, can I leave my stuff there, whatever, because you know I have 2 years worth of stuff, so I was kind of stressed about where to leave everything. And then yeah, so I ended up being able to leave a lot of it in my old building, and then I do have some stuff kind of scattered around friends' houses, which forever grateful for them. Which also when I was moving was kind of funny, because I had to like walk to one of my friends' houses with a ukulele and ice skates, because I did figure skating for a while, and I brought them to Paris because there's rinks there. So I was like walking down Saint-Germain with like a ukulele, like ice skates, like I looked so unhinged. Yeah, it was like a whole thing, the whole moving. So she was like, you can actually move in the 22nd, which is like 3 days earlier than my lease started. She was like, but it has to be at 3 because the other tenant moves out that morning. And then I was like, of course, I'm not there. Like, I leave that morning. So that didn't work out. And then my landlord is basically away. A lot of people know in August in Paris, all the French people and like a lot of the people who live there tend to like go on holidays, so it's a lot of stuff is closed. So I kind of knew, I kind of had a feeling that that would happen. So she's back, I got close, she's gonna be back mid-August, so that's when I'm going back. So I'm going back the day after, so get to move in then. So I'm excited. It's in the same area I was already living in, so like I know a lot of people. Like one of my really good friends, he'll see as this videos progress, lives literally like 2 seconds away, as in like we were neighbors before, but now she literally like I can see her building from my window, which is so nice. So I'm really glad and like very grateful that I get to stay in the same area that I was living in for the last year and a half. So yeah, I'm very excited to move. I think that'll also make it a lot easier for videos and like filming content, because in my old place you couldn't, like my room was very dark. It was very hard to find a place that was kind of okay for filming, and then I used to try filming outside and it'd just be too much noise. So I feel like this new place is just going to also open up a lot of stuff to that, because I'm very lucky with the way the windows are. I have 2 big windows. It is a studio, it's not huge, but like I'm so grateful for it and I love it, and I'm so excited to make it very homey. Can do more videos. I think I'm gonna like film the whole like moving in process, because I think that day is just gonna be so stressful, because my dad's coming over to help, bless him. I don't think he realizes how much work is going to be involved with it, but I'm really grateful for that. So that's like the main bit of news. Then the last few months, just updates on my life. If anyone follows me on Instagram, if not, link it in the bio. I got the amazing chance to work with Vivienne Westwood for the last 2 shows. Very, very blessed in the last show to be working with the Hadids. I was very fortunate to be able to dress Gigi and Bella. Nicest people I've ever met. Like I have met some models who can be like not the nicest, and they honestly were just like the sweetest, nicest people, like amazing. But what's really funny is like right now I'm home for a bit, and some people in my town might watch this, but I'm getting like messages from people in my hometown now where people say to me on nights out and they're like, oh, can you set me up with this Hadid one? And I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I'm like, what do you want me to say or do? Like, it's not my... But I'm very lucky basically to have got to work for the fashion weeks for Vivienne. I also worked for Bianca Saunders, a very, very talented young fashion designer from London, for Men's Fashion Week. Love her pieces, love everything. Then I was working with a French brand for 6 months, 7 months. So I was working in a boutique. I was in school basically before Christmas. I was doing school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then that just got like, I was working insane hours in terms of also having to do tons of assignments, tons of exams. I had no time off because I was either in school or at work. And then if I had time off, I would have to try to keep a social life going. So I met friends, and then the next day I'd be dying at work or school. Like it was just a very relentless cycle. So then after Christmas, I took Fridays off, as in like I just cut down to working 2 days because it just seemed like the most reasonable option at the time. And then my school schedule changed and I had school on Fridays, so I was back to working and in the school bands. Like I used to have to do my school assignments during my work breaks, and like it got to a point, like I love working, like I love it. I love the social factor. I loved working in fashion. Like I loved working for the brand I worked for. I loved everything like that. I'm still very, very close to my old manager and my old colleagues, and also like where I worked, my colleagues, like we communicated 99% in French. So my French got so much better while I was working there. I also worked in a French cafe last summer. That's kind of another side note. I think I might do a video on like how I learned French, because I always get asked it, because when I moved to France I had no French. So I think I might do a whole other video on that, but for now we're gonna keep going with the general overview. So I was very fortunate to work for that. It was something I loved, but then it just got to the point where my body had to like give up because I had no time to rest. I was like, as I said, like doing schoolwork during my breaks. Sorry, I got an email. So yeah, I had to end up like, that made no sense. I had to stop in the end because my body just couldn't take it anymore, I think. And like obviously I'm very fortunate that I was able to work a part-time job while in school. I know there's so many people who work full-time jobs and like manage it, and honestly amazing. Like I'm very grateful that I was able to be in a position where was able to take a break for a few months with working. And yeah, I think just at the time with how intense my school was, it just got a lot. And then yeah, so I just stopped there. It was so sad. Just finished school out. I've also switched to doing online school for many reasons. So even next year I'm going to be doing school online, and I have a reason for it, but I feel like it sounds a bit weird to people. So in my degree, I'm going into my final year. So next year I have basically until Christmas of like classes, which is also just like doing my thesis. So we do like a brand extension. So say you pick a brand like Saint Laurent and you're like, they're launching this whole new thing. Like I have to put everything I've learned in last 2 years into this project. So my voice is so annoying, I'm so sorry. So yeah, so it's basically doing that till Christmas, and after Christmas is a 6-month internship where you're basically working, which I'm so excited for, because I'm the type of person, I think I thrive better in a work environment than I do in a school environment. Like I just love working, I love that kind of aspect. I think for me personally, I think I do better in that than in terms of like just in a school surrounding, I guess. I don't know how to explain. So I'm moving to doing online school for different reasons. For me, it just suited better like my life, because I was working, and it means that I can start doing like other work as well at the same time to obviously help pay for my new apartment. I need to work. So I'm going to be getting hopefully a job in the next few weeks, but it's also hard because I'm in Ireland right now. I can't be like in Paris to go, you know, do that kind of thing. I can also do a video about jobs in Paris if people would like. So yeah, so I'm trying to balance all that. So online school for me just gives me that kind of flexibility to do it from wherever I am. Like sometimes I need to come back to Ireland for a bit, or sometimes I have to travel for other things. So that just gives me the flexibility to be able to do and like go where I need to go and do it when like from wherever I am, instead of having to be in Paris 24/7, which I am most of the time, but it just, for my like life right now and where I am, it just fits better, especially with the work-life balance. I think it just is fitting a bit better for me. So that is why I have opted to do online school for the final year. So yeah, that was a very annoying summary, but yeah. So yeah, I'm going, oh my god, how many times did I say yeah, honestly. I'm going into my final year, which is honestly bizarre because I remember starting school so clearly, and now I'm about to finish, which is terrifying but also exciting. And now I'm kind of thinking like this is my last summer, like my last few weeks. So right now it is the 2nd of August. I don't know when I'm gonna post this. I think I'm gonna post this, like honestly, because I feel like I filmed a video before and I edited it and I just never posted it. But I think I'm just gonna post this just to get my like toes back in the water, and just, it's just basically a brief summary of everything that's happened in my life. And then I think the next videos I'm gonna do are gonna be like realities of living in Paris, how I learned French, and then once I'm back in Paris, kind of more like day in my life, my new apartment, moving into my new apartment, like all that kind of stuff, because I feel like a lot of people tend to want to see that, and I always get DMs and everything asking me, you know, everything about that kind of stuff. And also I get a lot of DMs asking me how you make friends in Paris, so that is also a video I think I'm gonna do. And obviously that is just my experience with like meeting people and how I've met people, because I feel like everyone has very unique experiences in how they meet people in Paris, because it can be obviously bigger cities, but I feel like I've been very blessed to like make a lot of friends from different places. And so yeah, I think I can just give whatever I think on that. So yeah, I'm gonna try, I need to stop saying, I think I'm also getting very aware of when I overuse words, so I'm gonna try to stop saying yeah. Because some people say like, but I feel like I say yeah. But anyway, we got it. I'm going to, I think, post this and just let me know what you guys want to see. Like that's what I'm saying, is like there's some ideas I have, but also let me know what you guys would like to see in terms of my life or life in Paris, or even like how I find fashion school, how I got jobs in Paris, learning French, more videos like that. I'm also gonna force some of my friends into making videos because I know some of them will, so I'm gonna like make them do that. But again, it's like once I'm back in Paris, because in Ireland right now it's a bit harder, but we're going to try. So yeah, oh my god, we're gonna work on that as these videos go on. Let me know what you guys would like to see. I'm going to tag all my social media down below, but all my social media I'm pretty sure is all the exact same name. It's Anna Malloy, but the last O is a 0. That's my Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Be Real, if anyone wants that, like all those kind of things. I'll use the same name. So they're on like social media. On Instagram, I'm not posting as much right now because I'm home, but usually when I'm in Paris I tend to keep that pretty updated. So I'm going to start posting a lot more on my different platforms so I can keep a bit more updated on everything, and you can see a bit more in real time of what I'm doing rather than me filming, editing, etc. So I'm gonna end this video here, and thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, like, etc., I would appreciate it. And yeah, we will see how this all goes. It will get more exciting when I'm back in Paris. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.